Probably the one that comes to mind always is a gentleman by the name of Bill Almer. And his volunteer's name, who takes him a lot, not always, is Mary Oxiger. Bill's had several guide dogs, and he got a new seeing eye dog, and she was young, and she hadn't been out of the house yet. And so after Mary took Bill to his appointment, she said, "Do you want to take her to PetSmart and kind of take her on a test run?" And Mary came back telling us about it. It was just amazing. This working, trained dog went in and did beautifully the very first time. And I think the thing that I remember the most was Mary telling me that they walked out of the store and the dog had never been in her car before and took her directly to her car. She remembered and knew that that's what she was supposed to do, is take Bill back to that car. I'm Janet Beddingfield, and I am the Executive Director of Senior Resource Services, and our program is 60+Ride. What we do is we offer Weld County seniors the opportunity to maintain their health, their physical health, their emotional health, and their mental health while living independently. And the way that we do that is through transportation, because transportation is the number one reason that the aging population loses their independence, because if they can't get to the doctor, they can't get fresh food, they can't get to their attorney or the bank. We do have one van that serves the Greeley-Evans area. Staff drives the van, and they take people to non-medical appointments. All medical in Greeley-Evans and all rides in the rest of the county are carried out by volunteers driving their own cars. So they are the backbone of what we do. A typical workday has a lot of to-do lists and reprioritizing. It could be anything from writing a grant to drawing a logo, to talking to sponsors for an event, planning an event, writing a newsletter. I think people here are just very genuine and very generous. They make my job a lot easier as an executive director, especially in terms of the fundraising that I do. Why do I think people should volunteer here? You get to actually give the service. The volunteers actually work with the clients and see the difference they make in people's lives. They get to talk to that aging adult and get really amazing free history lessons if they take the time to ask. But that personal relationship that you can build. There is a large population, and it's growing because of the aging of the baby boomers, and their needs aren't really on our radar as a society. They tend not to ask for anything. They tend to think everybody else needs help more than they do. And so not only are they sitting silently at home not asking for help, but they are vulnerable, and we forget how vulnerable they are, because I think anyone who's had parents age, it's a marked transition when you realize that your parents are now dependent upon you more than you are upon them.